In the event of a water damage emergency, call PuroClean of Cenla.
Hey, good morning, everybody. How you doing? Birds going nuts once again out at Toledo Bend, and pretty creepy looking sky, but look at the waves. They've come down. So the wind is a lot better than it has been as that system has moved on to the north, kind of trailed along to the southwest though, and left that front in the area. So it looks like we are going to see at least some scattered rainfall today. It's not going to be an all day thing. I'll take you through all that in a second. I will tell you the life story of a weatherman. Last night, whenever it's like storming in the area, I wake up constantly, and it wasn't bad or anything. But at like 2 o'clock, I wake up and I saw a tornado warning 50 miles west of the border in Texas. So when that happens, I have to sit there and stare at it until it goes away. And it did. And then I went back to sleep around 4 something. So that is just a peek into my life. And I love it. I wouldn't change it. But well, you know what? I would. I'd rather be that guy out there right there. I'd circle it if I could. Okay, let's take a look at what we have going on. Start recording. There we go. Didn't forget it today. It's going to be a good one. Looking like light winds, cloudy skies, and we're going to see plenty of clouds today, plenty of humidity, moisture coming into the area, and I think we're going to see at least some scattered showers and storms. Another creepy looking sky here in Alexandria. From up there, you can see those clouds on the horizon, and clouds going to fill the sky up for the most part today. We have that little band of rain. I keep saying how this storm system kind of stretched out overhead, so that upper level feature, as that moves on to the northeast, there's your front that just kind of trails along. And as that happens, what's going on here is that system's moving away, so we're losing that push that's going to move this thing through. So that front's going to hang up for a few days, and we're going to see some showers and storms in the area. In fact, let's go ahead and take a look closer in on that at the shorter range radar here, and this one showing that we have a storm up there moving into Mississippi that has a special weather statement. We have some one severe thunderstorm warning down on the east side of Houston, but locally just a couple of showers popping up there in St. Landry Parish, kind of like yesterday. We had those little dots showing up, and they would rain like crazy for like 5-10 minutes and then move on. I think this front is going to continue to lose a little bit of its impact this morning, but we're going to see showers and storms reactivate a little later on today. So I'll be watching things. Whoop, I can't hit that button there because that doesn't work. Got to go to this screen. We'll talk about the flooding then. But yes, so I think we're going to see rainfall in the area today and for the next few days, but it's not going to be some widespread deal where we're just going to see rain continually falling. Now, we have new flood warnings up to the north through the Missouri and Mississippi River Valley, and that, of course, is going to end up draining down to the south. So this is not, well, before I speak, let me look at this. Okay, yeah. So these crust forecasts have come up a little bit. This is not to do with what's going on way up north right now. I think this is just a little adjustment because we've seen more water moving down south from that big wave than we thought was going to happen. So up to 55 feet now. It was at 54.5. I don't think that's going to be a life-altering thing for most folks, but it did come up there. This is the Natchez, Mississippi, the Natchez, Mississippi area on the Mississippi River. So then we have the Mississippi River at Red River Landing, up also another 6 inches to 58 feet, so that gets them past moderate flood stage. Red River still below flood stage, and the only other one that's really active here is Acme, 43 feet. That's still below the action stage. So things are still looking relatively similar to what they were, but they did come up just a bit. And you can see that front there on the southern side of things, still mid-70s, upper 70s, but as that front stretches through the area, a little bit cooler to the north with mid-60s to near 70 degrees. And the wind gusts today, way down. Again, Toledo Bend camera showing no real waves out there. Now, this is showing some storms that are going to pop along the front, so I'll show you that in just a second. So, yes, there is the possibility for maybe an isolated strong to severe storm, but the chance for that remains pretty low. So here is your planner for today, and you know what? I should have made this look a little different, but this is just kind of how it goes when you have scattered storms throughout the day. It's a bad communication measure here, but it looks like it's going to rain all day. It's not. This just shows there is a chance for showers and storms at any point from 10 to 4 o'clock. And there is that low risk, that marginal risk for eastern parts of the area for some severe weather. I think this would extend a little further west, to be honest. So I wouldn't be stunned to see an isolated severe storm pop up today, though I think that chance remains pretty darn low. That's why we only have the marginal risk. Now, the HRRR model really loves this cluster of storms developing around 5 o'clock overhead. We'll see if this happens. If so, major coup for that model. But I think it's going to be generally just more like this, what we're seeing in Mississippi, just some smaller showers and thunderstorms. Probably not going to be crazy strong to severe. And then on Tuesday, it looks like we get kind of a sea breeze set up here with things coming up from the south to the north, and then that'll move on through by 7 o'clock, and then daytime heating goes away. And this will be all I do for like 4 months. Once we get into like mid-May, it's going to be like, hey, the sea breeze is going to be active today, or it's not. But it looks like we're getting our first taste of that on Tuesday. So that is your close-in forecast there. Let's take a look at what we have on the GFS model, because you can see this also showing the scattered storms. And more importantly here, we have a couple of waves of that going through Wednesday, and then after that you can see how things just kind of lift up to the north, and we're going to see things calm down a good bit. So I think after a couple of active days, and not crazy active, it's not like we're going to see widespread severe weather, I think we're going to see things calm down, especially toward the weekend. So weekend plans looking pretty good. Looks like 1 to 2 inches of rain for most, so those totals have backed off just a little bit, but it still looks like a decent shot of rain across the area. And your 7-day forecast showing temperatures below 90, so that's acceptable. Upper 70s, low 80s, and we get the sun back out, mid 80s. We may nudge a little higher than that if we see more sun, but the first 3 days of the week, that's our main chance to see the rainfall. So if you do have plans outside over the next few days, looks like some rain, scattered stuff after that, and then it gets isolated by the weekend. It's going to be warm to end the month and to start May. We've been talking about this for a while, and it looks like we at least see some rain in the forecast. We're not going to see things shut off there, but I do think from about Thursday of this week, probably through the middle of next week, it's looking pretty dry. So some good news for any outdoor plans this weekend. And after that, nothing big showing up, just some scattered stuff. So nothing to hype up or go crazy for. I kind of miss having something to really, really track here, but I guess I'm glad we don't have any crazy calamities going on as well. So that's all I have for today. Let me stop the recording. All right, that has been stopped. I will see you back here tomorrow, and if we have any warnings pop up, I mean, I'm waking up at 2 in the morning checking radars in Texas, so I think during the middle of the day, I'm going to be here. I will see if we see that, and hopefully we don't.